football, baby. Yo. We back at it. One time we clap at it. The bars are real, boy. We gotta clap at it. That's it. You don't know. A&T, I got the flow. Hey, Daniel, it's time to busy go. Busy bars. Yes,
Bars.
sir. Got my stuff. Baby. Hey, Daniel, what's the do, man? How's it going? How you been doing this last week?
All good, baby. All good. There's been a whole lot of superhero activity going on all over the streaming services, the TV, everything. I've got plenty of stuff to watch and do, boy. I'm telling you, it's a good thing to be alive in this in this time period, boy, because they're giving comic books a whole lot of love now, and I'm loving every bit of it.
This ain't the year to do it. But anyway, we're gonna skip over the fact that 2020 sucks. Because we got some good positive news. The Umbrella Academy came out Friday, 10 episodes. We finished it. Daniel, give me your first thoughts before we get into a real review. Just your first general thoughts.
It was good. It was just good. It was kept the story going. The characters were the same characters. There was no major changes in a character or anything. So I like that. Story was what it was, but it was just good. It was just something to watch. It wasn't anything that was it wasn't any real serious dull moments, with the exception of Vanya's storyline, which I was just like, you didn't really fully have to pay attention to, but it was a good overall, it was good. Recommend it. If you've seen the first season, I recommend the second season. I say check it out. It's worth your time.
All right. For me, I'm not gonna lie, it was okay. I was expecting a bit more. I was underwhelmed. I was like, this is nowhere near as good as season 1. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I was underwhelmed. I'm sitting there like, all right, let's see what you got. Season 2. You jumped into another time, but then you did a cinemaze that I will never forget. You jumped back too far in the past, man. I don't like that. I don't like it when you're in the 60s and stuff. No. And then they jumped them all over the place. So some landed the day before, some landed a year. They were like years in between stuff. I was like, oh, this is just terrible. And then now I got to spend about 4 or 5 episodes trying back in all of you guys' history, which I've been doing since you got here. I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh, this is not right. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible.
You thought it was terrible?
It's terrible that you're that far in the back. Like, if they would have just jumped into a spot, maybe 3 or 4 of them jumped together. Just let's cut down on episodes that we needed to find out where y'all at and what you did. If you would have chopped it down, you could have had 2 siblings fell together, another 3 over here, one of them. That way you ain't got to spend an episode per damn near per
But that was the whole goal. That was the whole point of it, to give you more.
I know. I didn't like what you want me to do. I thought it was more. I needed more. I need to get more too. Let's get a doomsday. I see we got another doomsday, so we plotting the same thing again. And another doomsday. What's the name? Is the number 7 is the reason why doomsday going on. And this dude Diego just fascinating. I gotta save Kennedy. Number 5 said it right. You think Batman, and you just drop down your expectations considerably when it comes to Diego. You drop it all the way down to he didn't even go training. I found out he had ability and he just went out. You suck, Diego. Everything is all around Kenny, which he was kind of right, but it wasn't. He was kind of right. He didn't have it all together.
He was right. It all revolved around Kennedy.
The assassination of Kennedy. That's
just he was just wrong about the exact detail of it, but pretty much it all revolved around Kennedy.
No, he had a glimmer of correctness in the whole thing, and everything else around it was wrong. Okay, he just knew it was Kennedy part. That's all he knew, and he went off the rails. But he's a much worse Batman. And the way his father just belittled him with words, and when he kept trying to say, when they met their father, right, and his father just went on him talking about, yeah, you're a person who believes in their ability too much, and you're not. I mean, he was just going off, made Diego cry. And I'm sorry to say this, but he sounded like he was mentally slow when he kept trying to say you're wrong. Like he sounded like he had mental problems and he had a stuttering problem. He was like, you wrong. I'm like, that's the worst actor that I've ever seen in my life. And I watched Batwoman. I watched Batwoman, and this is the absolute worst I've seen in my life. Oh gosh. Oh, that was
Diego was he had his issues. He was focused on he saw what he wanted to see, and he knew what he knew, and then it got reaffirmed. But he felt as though it got reaffirmed when he went into the time traveling group's place, and he went into the room and he saw what happens, and he was like, "Oh, it's Vanya," but it all happens during the Kennedy plot. So, as far as he was concerned, he was like, "Okay, we're back on with the Kennedy thing again." And then when they saved Vanya from destroying everything, he immediately went back to trying to be the hero that he always wanted to be, and he tried to save Kennedy and save that particular time.
Even though Kennedy's supposed to be
who he was.
But hey. All right, first of all, we got some people in the chat. We got Sheena, she's in the chat. She said, hey. We got It's Me the Truth. He's in the chat.
What up, Sheena?
You got the Dark Egyptian. He in the chat. I know that's my man. I need to go check him out. You got some fire coming. We've been waiting for it, Horace, for a while. All right, so Sheena said she finished it on Friday. It was tight to me. It was better than season 1, the first season. I don't know what Sheena's talking about. It's not better than the first season.
It's not better than the first season.
Yeah.
Watch it. It had moments, but it didn't have as much depth.
She said the storyline was tight. She like it all came together. It all came together. I'm not denying that. It wasn't a bad story. It was just I expected more. I really did. And she said they all have daddy issues, which they do.
Yes.
They absolutely do. They all have daddy issues. So Daniel, give me your favorite character from the season. I'm sorry.
5. It's always 5. 5 is the best character. He's the only one who's the most focused, except when he interacted with himself, and then that just went all the way wrong. He's farting and itching and everything else.
Well, they knew that was coming, though. You knew
the paranoia came out. It was so extreme, but throughout the whole season, 5 was on point. 5 was all over the place, making deals, doing what he had to do, trying to keep everybody together, trying to stop another apocalypse. Only one who seemed rational, with the exception of like 1 or 2 other people, but he was the most, maybe because he was an adult and he's experienced all of life, more life than everybody else. So he understood
45 years
how to control his emotions, how to stay focused, and then he worked with the Bureau before, so he knows, he's got more life experience, basically. And he was my character. He was my go-to guy every single time. He was on point. That was a dude. What about you?
For me, and it's gonna be sad because I can't remember her name at all, but it was Diego's little girlfriend. I can't think of her name. I thought you were gonna have my back right there too, dang. I thought you were
Lila.
Lila. Fine. Woo, Lila. Lila's my girl. She was quick with the wit. She was quick with it. She was funny. She was beautiful. She understood the story, and then the powers at the end. My gosh.
Yeah, that was a mean twist, yo. Like, I don't understand where that even came from, yo.
Well, I was kind of expecting something bigger was going to happen because there's no reason for what's her name, the handler, to come in and just kill some random family in the flower shop and then take the daughter yourself. Like when you kill a family, I'm not trying to be, evil or dictator, but you kill the whole thing. Boom, boom, boom. You kill them all. You want no like what? Oh, who just said it? I was watching
Stargirl.
Huh? Oh yeah,
I said,
Stargirl, you're right. Stargirl from last week can't have no
I
legacies running around. You know what I'm saying? You gotta kill them all. So she
yeah.
took her and then trained her up. I like you can't. You're not gonna kill a whole family just so you can have a daughter of your own. I mean, there's evilness, but you're not that kind of evil. But so I knew it had to be something else. I didn't think she was gonna be able to copy everybody's powers though. That was crazy. But
I just didn't see that one coming. That one threw me off.
well, first of all, I didn't see a lot of their powers coming. Like Diego, I thought he could just aim real good. I know he could stop bullets and then in mid while they're coming right at you, and then push them to the other side. Like he's fucking Magneto or something like that. That was crazy. Before I go any further though, everybody in the comments, let us know who your favorite character is from the season 2 of the Umbrella. I really, yeah, she's my favorite. I don't know. I felt like I want to see her more. Her, she's tight. I just kept thinking in my head, she's tight. 5 was a close second though. I will say that 5 was a close second, Daniel. Real close. But the way he kind of walks when he's sneaking around just dropped it down. That was like the side effect. He looks. It just looks weird when he's trying to creep around like this, and like no, everybody just refuses to change their clothes in this series.
No, they all changed their clothes except for him.
Yeah, absolutely right. He's the only one. Like, brother, you gotta.
I was saying
around with dirty clothes all the time. You arrived 10 days before the apocalypse, right? 10 days before the apocalypse. You didn't change your clothes once. You washed some blood off. You didn't really change your clothes. Like, brother, you can put on jeans. Not a big deal.
Man, Allison and Klaus were changing clothes like throughout every episode, yo. So when you said, I was like, what is he talking about?
The only person that should be wearing the same thing over again is Ben. He's the only one who is also close and my favorite. I really like Ben. I really like Ben.
Yeah, I guess Ben. Yeah, he did his role pretty well. He did his role.
I mean, he was. You talking about anybody who's sensible? He's the most sensible person there. The only problem is the only one he can listen. The only one can hear him is the most unsensible person there.
Yeah, Klaus is all over the place. Just I don't even know how to explain him. He's living in the moment. If there was ever a person in your life that takes advantage of whatever moment and opportunity is right in front of him, it was Klaus.
All right, so Sheena said Klaus was her favorite, and Leela is like Rogue. She is like Rogue, without the touching. But so we got our.
I was gonna say she's more like Hope Summers, but okay, Rogue is you could do Rogue.
I mean, more people know who Rogue is than you do.
We're a comic book show. Give them diversity, hope.
You got to say the whole thing because you say give them diversity and then say hope. Look like you're making an Obama speech.
Hey, I am. I got a little Obama in me. My fellow Americans. Hope Summers.
But all I can imagine is like a picture with that joke where they said hope with Barack Obama with like 2 different colors, just down your face like this. Oh, with a thumb up. Oh God. All right, so we got the favorites out the way. So we had Daniel, your favorite was number 5. Mine was Layla, or I'm going with Daniel's girlfriend. She's just a little better. She's like slightly better. Ben is my close third. Who is your worst character, Daniel?
Diego,
my gosh. You going Diego?
He was so annoying. I see why number 5 had to leave him in the psych ward when he was all talking about, hurry up and let me out so I can go back out there and I can say the president. I was like, no, you're not. It's not going to work like that, bro. You can't be running around like this is 2020 and we're in the 1960s and you're a Latino dude running around with knives in the 1960s. Get your butt out of here. Like nobody's going to listen to you. Are you kidding me? Come on, man. And then all throughout the episode, he was just doing reckless stuff. So I was he was my least favorite character. Least favorite.
Before I get to everybody, let me know what your least favorite character is. Sheena, you're not gonna like this, but my least favorite character, you talk about recklessness, it's Klaus.
Oh, Klaus.
Good God. I'm like, at one point in your life, get your life together.
That doesn't count though for me because he was, but that's who he was from the beginning though.
I know, grow as a person. Good gosh. You spent years in a war last season. You think you would grow. It looked like you got a little worse. You realize you could do more with your powers. You know what you did? You just regressed. Like, he just keeps regressing every time. Like, I never seen him get better. Like, everybody's got a little bit. Like, number one, he realized that he didn't overstate his importance this time. He's like, man, last time I overstayed my importance, I caused doomsday. I was involved in doomsday, and look what happened. So, he matured. Like, I'm not the one. Alice, you know what I'm saying? She's kind of been maturing her whole life after they took her daughter from her. But you have Alice there, right? She's maturing. She joined I was about to say a Black Lives Matter movement, but she joined the civil rights movement, becoming a leader in that. Mary started the whole family maturing. Ben is always just mature, so there's no thing. Even Five is maturing. Well, he was already pretty mature. He's like 45 years older than everybody. What's the name? Number 7. She lost her memory. But she was a great caregiver. Everybody else is doing better. They took that time. Klaus, yeah, he started a cult, for goodness sake. He literally started a cult.
Opportunity. That's the kind of guy he is.
Looked like he swindled an old lady out of her money. Like,
yes, he did. He did.
Like,
it looked like it. He did it.
It seems like I was about to say Diego. Klaus is just getting worse and worse. And if he's not getting worse, he's not progressing. Everybody's progressing, but Klaus. It's upsetting. Please. And then with the time I thought he might be taking a step, it was like really another step back. We tried to go find a dude that he fell in love with in a war, try to get him on the list. The only mature thing he did was take that punch like a champ. It's like, yeah, sometimes you need to get punched, humble yourself. But I was like, bruh, this was stupid. Just grow up. Grow up. Grow up. Please grow up.
Opportunity presents itself. He takes advantage of it, keeps it moving.
Grow up, please. He's my worst. Daniel, before we get to it, let's see. Sheena said that, Diego is a tool, my worst, but Klaus is a free spirit. Free spirited, still talking about a tool. Oh my God. You know what? Klaus is the nicest person on that whole thing, in the whole family. He literally don't care about anything like racing. He just sees people for people. He still needs to grow up. But Daniel, everybody, then we'll start with you, Daniel. Tell us, what was your favorite part of season 2? Favorite part.
The favorite part was when both the Fives met each other and they started going. All the symptoms started to show, and they were acting all weird. And they started farting and itching and scratching and everything. And then each one got super paranoid about the other one. And I was just in there watching this like, yeah, you don't even see it. And then when they fought, I was like, yeah, teleportation fight. That was my favorite part. Oh, that whole sequence. Like if you could watch, I think it got broken down into like 2 episodes maybe, but that whole sequence.
No, that was the same episode. Yeah, that's the same episode.
Okay. That was like that. That was like that to me. I love that.
My favorite part was in the first episode, right? When number 5 dropped in Doomsday, and you see the whole Umbrella Academy all using their powers.
Oh, that teaser.
Oh my gosh. I was like, oh, I can't wait for this fight. The whole season. I'm like, all right, when they gonna get to this fight? At some point they gotta show everybody using their powers like this. Cause I really thought that was gonna be your favorite part because you love to see powers. I
did. They used their powers in a fight.
I know. I'm saying you love to see powers. I thought that was gonna be your favorite part. But for me, I'm sitting like, oh, this is vicious. When Klaus rose the dead, the people who just died, he rose them up and then used their ghosts to start killing people.
Oh yeah.
I heard a rumor that I blew your mind, and then you see their heads explode. Like, how do you even make that happen? Oh my gosh, that joint was fire. I'll lie to you not. You see, number 1 just start punching people. You see, Diego slinging knives. I was like, oh, this is legit fire. I like all of this. The next thing you know,
It never happened.
no, I was like, oh my god, oh my god. I was like, oh, you can't tease me like this.
Nah,
The whole season. I
but
watched.
did you? But if you notice on the last episode, they all dressed in those same clothes when they got in the car with Vanya. It's like they were all in regular clothes, and then when Vanya was like, "You guys, I'm leaving anyway," she got in the car, and then everybody got in the car with her. They were all wearing that same outfit from the.
That's another thing I really didn't like about this season. Like, some things seem to just get skimmed over. Like at first, everybody was like, "No, we're not going with you, Valia." So she got in the car, and then next thing you know, Klaus goes in. I'm like, all right, I can understand Klaus going in. Klaus is that kind of guy. He's just gonna go with the win, right? But then everybody else seems to just like, all right, we're going in. Like, where was the discussion there? At some point, like most of you, like you have a discussion like, well, we can't leave her alone, we can't do like that, and then you see everybody started like pulling in. You never saw. You just seen them all get in. No reason why they all changed their mind or even changed their clothes within a minute and a half. So they all changed their mind and clothes.
I actually thought that was refreshing, being as though throughout the whole season everybody was doing their own thing throughout the whole season, and it wasn't working out at all. Like every time, like the episode, like one of my, I don't know if it was my favorite episode, but it was up there with the beginning. It was up at the top. I mean, was the episode where Five had just made the deal and he got the briefcase, and they had 80 minutes to get everybody together. And you knew as soon as he got it, he was like, there's no possible way he can get them all together and get them back in time. And I knew from there, I was like they got to stop being like, everybody was like, I've been here so long, I've created a life for myself. They couldn't just up and leave. So I knew.
He's teleport. I don't know how far he can teleport, but I'm pretty sure that you can teleport from here to like the farm where Valia's at. So you can teleport like, all right, look, I know Valia's at the farm. All right, let me teleport to the farm. Boom, bring it back. Boom, we here now. Boom, boom. You could have all did that. You could have dragged him kicking and screaming, open up the time portal, and jumped it.
It's a matter of you don't want everybody to see your powers and abilities, and you'll mess up the timeline more when there's people out there in 1960s that there's people that can teleport, and that'll mess up their whole lives and redirect everything else. So he can't just teleport everywhere and anywhere like that.
Yeah, the way he was making it seem desperate. I didn't say you just do it in your random everyday life, but you was like, all right, look, we got some odd minutes, and we got to get there fast. And I know y'all people are scattered around Dallas, and not even Dallas, just Texas. One is on a freaking farm. You know you ain't gonna make it back there and back in 90 minutes. Teleport.
No, that's why he had to split. It was between him. Was it him, Diego, and Luther was like, you go get that person, you go get that person, you go get that person, I'll get this person. We all break. And then you got time. Plus, his powers are based off of how much energy he has and everything, and he would have got real tired by the time
he got
the last person.
Really based on that. I've never seen it. Never seen him say that.
What?
That his power is based on how much energy he has.
He said in the last episode when him and Diego were right there and he couldn't teleport, he was like, oh, I'm too tired.
Huh, well,
they're right behind the tractor.
He wasn't tired then. You start from the furthest and work your way back down. You know, Valia's the furthest away. Teleport, bring him back.
You know what? I'll let you believe that with everything. Okay, so what was your favorite part?
I just told you. How would you showing all their powers?
Oh yeah, the beginning.
That's how this whole thing started.
It did.
Sheesh. I lie you not, yeah. It could have. I know they had. There's so big fight scene with all the I can't even think of their name. All the assassins coming in and fighting, but I was like, that was real quick because all Valiant did was come up, knock all y'all down, and then that was it. Which she is super powerful. Good God.
Yeah. I'm not. I haven't done any research on everybody, the full extent and the options and the abilities that how far everybody can take their powers and everything. Because like you said with Diego, I didn't know he could do all that and everything. So I'm not fully aware of what his powers are and stuff. So I gotta look that one up later on and everything. But I think Klaus is underused. I can tell you that when it comes to powers. Klaus
He's underused because he's not mature. Like,
yeah, he
like,
would not take.
if I
If
could,
he could just take the time to use his full ability, he'd be like that.
if I could just take it, like in a war, right? If you're in a big battle like they were, right? And you keep Klaus alive, it's just like what is that TV show that I just finished watching?
Because he got necromancy basically. So
With the ice, what is it about the Ice King? I can't think of his name. What is that show? It's on It was on HBO.
well, don't say Game of Thrones.
Yes, thank you. Game of Thrones. Anybody who dies was part of the I can't even think of the army name now.
What, the Ice King?
Yes, the Ice King. Anybody who died joined his army. You could use Klaus just like that.
Yeah, that necromancy kind of powers and everything. Bring everybody back from the dead thing.
Klaus could be just like that.
Yeah, like I said, that's why I said he's underused and everything.
He's not underused. He is problem is he's using too much. Using too much alcohol, too much drugs. He's using too much. That's the problem.
Yeah. It's the problem is he doesn't know his full potential. He doesn't know his value.
Oh gosh, that was so blown. All right, so Daniel, what was your worst part of season 2? While he's thinking about that, y'all in the comments, let me know your worst part.
Okay, so the worst was the Vanya's. I don't know if it was the worst. It was just the most boring. The worst, I don't have a worst that comes to mind immediately. Nothing really. The thing with me is I understood everybody's every action that everybody had. So I didn't have a worst. I didn't really have a worst. That's why the show was just okay for me. The most boring was the Vanya parts because I knew those didn't immediately lead to anything. So that was pretty much it. And then the actions that Diego was taking, those were just annoying. So that was it. There was nothing that jumps out at me the worst. That Benjen messes me up. I see everything at once. So Benjen always messes me up. I gotta split stuff up. But no. Offhand, nothing was the worst. It was just a bit boring and annoying more than anything.
The worst for me, honestly, is probably Vanya's storyline. It was just kind of
yeah.
I agree with you, man. It was just boring. I'm like, she's on a farm. She's kind of in love with, well, she's not kind of, she's in love with the wife. They're going to end up together. The dad's a tool. We've seen this before.
Oh, yeah.
Son has some problems. I can't think of what he has, but his son has that. Vanya's able to calm him down, and now they're going to try to be together, but not really. And now all of a sudden she accidentally transferred a piece of power to herself, and now she is, for somebody who hasn't used her power since she was mind manipulated to believe she didn't even have powers, she seems to have complete control of them all of a sudden.
I don't think she had control. I think she was just knew when to use it. Like she knew to get emotional and go inside herself to bring it out.
Right, but I'm saying it, like she could control how much she used, how little to use. Like when they were around her father, when they were all at the dinner table with their father, right? She knew used just enough to explode the fruit. When she was at the farm, she used just enough to explode all the assassins. Not her own family, just the assassins. She knew she was able to turn it off to walk into that energy bubble that the sun was putting out. And she did.
But that was more like the same energy she had. So I think she felt that.
What I'm saying is though, I'm not denying that she was I'm not denying that the powers don't work like that. What I'm saying is she just learned how to use her powers right before the season 1 ended. And then she came back in season 2 and she didn't have any memory of it. And then now when she got her memory, she remembered, it's like she has complete control of it. Like there was no learning curve. When did she
but at the same time, when she was being tortured, I don't know.
Yeah. I just finished watching this like just a couple hours ago, so it's fresh in my mind. I ain't lost it. I'm not losing the thought.
You say that.
I'm not. I can't remember nobody's name, but that's just the thing that's been going on my whole life. I can't control that. I gave up trying. All right, if I remember your name, great. If not, I'm gonna just keep asking till I think of a joke or a song and help me remember your name. All right, but outside of that, I just remember what happened. Remember, they only jumped in the date. She jumped in the past. No matter how long she was in there, she didn't have any memories. I think she was only there like a month, so right.
Yeah, she was on there. She was the last person to get there.
Yeah, she was only there a month. She didn't have any memory. When she got the memory, when she was getting tortured by the FBI, it all came flooding back. But all she could remember is that she was just exploding out energy. She didn't have any real control over it. That's why they were so afraid of her using her powers at the dinner table, because they know she don't have control. Well, they thought she didn't have control. So how did she learn to get all this control? That's what threw me off. It's things like that in the season, like little things like that in the season where they kind of just washed over and I'm just supposed to accept it. Like, if I was here, he'd be going off right now about it. So I'm just challenging my inner eye. Like, you just can't have all this stuff explained and then not have it there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just have all these different things and nothing's explained. That's what I'm saying. Nothing was really explained. So, in totality, that's the worst part of the season. Having all this new stuff and none of it's really explained. It was like a bunch of little stuff that ended up being big stuff, but nothing was ever explained how it worked. Like,
I agree with that.
That was my worst part, Daniel. That was my worst part. With that being said, overall rating, Daniel. Overall rating.
That's a good question. Overall, man, that's tough. It was like a 7.7 to me. Like, it had good moments and everything. It wasn't a 10. It was nowhere close to that. First season was like an 8.5 to me. So this one, which wasn't all that, this was like a 7.7, maybe 7.8. Like, I don't see myself running back to go see it at all. So, and I don't see myself like telling people, because of this, I can't recommend Umbrella Academy as quickly to people as I want to. If they ask me about it, I'll be like, yeah, see it, watch it. But if they don't ever ask me about it, it wouldn't be something I'll be like, oh yeah, run out and see it. Because then you'll watch the first season, you'll binge the first season, and then you'll come to the second season, and you'll be like, it didn't hit as good as the first season. So, but in spite of all that, it was like a 7.7, maybe 7.8.
We went a little too high. It's like a 7.5. I'm giving it a 7.5. I forgot what I gave last season, but I know I gave last season a high rating. I was really excited about it. To me, this feels like what you think about Iron Man 2. It's the same story over again, just done a slightly different. Mm-hmm. Everybody has their own lives. Vanya's the Doomsday. They don't know why. They know Doomsday is coming. They don't know who it is. They found out it's Vanya, and they all come together at the last second to stop Vanya or save Vanya. This time they actually saved it, but last time they did. It was the same thing over again. It seemed like this to be hashed out all over again. The thing I was most excited about is when they finally finished and jumped back to their own future. And then Ben was alive, and he was the head of I forgot what they called it.
You just saw it. Come on, you just sit there and said, I'm fresh. I just saw it and everything.
Yeah, I'm not good with names. That just don't apply to people. It applies to everything. Groups, buildings, businesses, everything. Okay? All right. But man, it's about a 7.5. It's not special. It's like, oh man, I want to watch something. All right, I turn on the Umbrella Academy. It's not a big deal. I feel the same way about this as I did like Luther, stuff like that, TV shows like that. Luke Cage. I like this. After the first half of Luke Cage, when Cottonmouth died, to the end, I'm like, I can watch it, but I'm not going to like, oh my gosh, I gotta watch it. I'm like, it's on. Hey, you want to watch something? Like, if you want to Netflix and chill, You turn this on, that way you can get to the chill part. You know what I'm saying? That's what this show is.
Oh,
It's called the Pelican Academy. That's how I knew it was after a bird. So we're gonna go with that until we,
what would make it better? I can easily tell you that more use of their powers, more action sequences, tightening up Vanya's storyline, maybe not actually giving her amnesia and giving her a different storyline other than being on a farm and the amnesia and everything. Like you could put her on the farm, but just don't give her amnesia. Like make her let her be working there or something like that. And she's trying to go a different way in life. And like she's gone back, or like put her in a music school again. Like the best way when you get stuck, like don't give her amnesia and have her working at like some sort of music school, being a teacher or something like that, giving lessons again. Because when you get sent in the past, you do what's good for you. Like you do what you're good at, like Luther did. Luther was a big burly fighter, so he was fighting to make his thing. Klaus is a opportunist, and Klaus saw opportunity, used his powers, and ran with that. And Vanya, compared to everybody, I mean not Vanya, was it Alice? Allison?
Yeah.
Allison is the only out of all of them is technically the only one who is more likely to who lives a normal life compared to all the rest of them.
She did it.
And is least likely to use her powers.
She did it both times. One time she used her powers to become a world famous actress and stuff like that. Second time she didn't use her powers, became a leader and activist.
Yeah, she's the only one who's living a normal life compared to all the rest of them who are just living all outrageous things. Klaus is doing the most outrageous thing, starting codes. Diego's trying to be an actual real life superhero. Luther is like minimum as not using any of his potential. He's just like keeping it as minimum as he can.
Well, that's because he overshot his potential last time, and he believed he would probably cause doomsday.
Yeah. That and he wanted to please his dad, which ended up getting him hurt trying to still be a superhero. Because like remember in the first season, Luther was the last one
to leave.
Actually, he didn't leave. He was the last one to stick with dad, and then he was
the only one to stick with dad.
Yeah, and it got him hurt, and he ended up getting the injection, half a pogo in him, and so yeah, and that just deflated him for the rest of his life. That took away from him.
You gotta get that out. You gotta get I can't have it. But anyway, all right, that's enough of the Umbrella Academy. It was fine, not great. We all can agree, except for Sheena in the chat. She can't believe it. She said it got to be at least an 8, 9, or 10. I don't know what that is.
It was nowhere near a 10. It was nowhere near a 10.
She said what would make it, but you already answered that though. You said
more action, different storyline, and I did like the fact that they killed the lady at the end. They actually killed the Layla's mother or stepmother or kidnapper.
But you know what I think would help Vanya's storyline? If she wasn't just some person who got to get over, be pushed over. Like get her a love interest that is like a legit love interest. Somebody she's gonna make her a little more, not all the way, but just like a little more like Alice. You know, she's coming into her own. She's confident in who she is. She'll stand up. Because every time, first of all, she's already really small. Like when she stand next to sit down next to Diego, anybody other than number 5, she looks like a child. You're a fully grown woman. Got to do more than that. But hey, that's enough of that. We're going to move on to yesterday's episode, or for me and Daniel, Monday's episode of Stargirl. Everybody, let's give it up for Stargirl. Woo! Stargirl. Stargirl. Dang. Dang. All right, that's enough of that. It didn't deserve all that. Stargirl. Episode 12, Stars and Stripes Part 1. Dang. What did you think?
Yo, this was intense. This thing was it was pretty damn good. It was good. I was impressed. I did not see that coming. I thought they hit everything. They pretty much it on everything. I got an argument for anybody who's negative about this episode. I think I could pretty much defend everything that happened in this episode. It was pretty good. It was pretty damn well written for a build up to the last episode. Like that's how you build up to a last episode. How'd you feel about it?
First, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like halfway through the episode, I'm like, instead of calling this show Stargirl, you just call it Stargirl and Pat, because Pat is everywhere, fixing everything, calming everybody down. Yeah, it's Stargirl and Pat. Or
Stargirl and Pat, the name of the episodes.
I get it, but like the series should be called Stargirl and Stripe, not just Stargirl anymore. Like Pat is the man. Like he just, first of all, I'm not even gonna get into the sun thing. I'm gonna leave that for later on in the review. But just overall, Pat is the man. I did like the episode. It was a lot in this, it was a lot in the dark, which kind of made me upset. I had to brighten up my TV so I could see some things. But outside of that, it was a pretty good episode. I'm really not gonna lie. I feel bad for Pat's son, but I also want to smack him in the face. I just wish Sportsmaster. The only thing I would change is when Sportsmaster was fighting Pat. He had on his outfit, his costume. That's the only thing. And then like he could take off his hockey mask. That was the only thing. I'm like, I'm pretty sure you can't defend that either, Daniel. I don't care what you say. You
got me there, but at the same time, I think I can. I think he wanted to come in there in his regular clothes to let him explain himself. Like he wanted to catch Pat off guard, like because if he walked in there in the Sportsmaster outfit, then you immediately have to fight, like which would happen with Tigress and Stargirl and them. Like she came in immediately, like
you have a job to do, handle the job, kill the family.
They already had, but see, that's what it was. Sportsmaster and Pat already had a connection. They already had knowing who each other was outside of the superhero life. So he knew who he was. So him being there was like, oh, what are you doing here? And Sportsmaster was just playing with it. He was just like basically playing with his prey. And that's what he was doing.
What I'm saying is you could have had something similar like that with the uniform and him slowly like taking off his mask. And then they could have had the same similar not exactly the same thing, but a very similar conversation.
It wouldn't have been a conversation at all. Then
first of all,
Pat would have immediately
enough TV shows and read enough comics. There's always an evil monologue. You always got time for evil monologue.
That was his evil monologue in the beginning. Instead of doing it your way, they did it this way, which you're used to seeing, which is funny because that's what you're used to seeing, him being in his full-blown villain outfit and then taking the mask off.
He took the outfit with him.
No. Actually, you just made my point and made it even better. Why this episode is good.
Was giving a monologue of what everybody was doing, and they said Tigress and Sportsmaster are on the hunt. And then they showed the scene, quick vid of them Huntress and Tigress and Sportsmaster taking their uniforms with them. Then I'm like, oh, you gonna show up in the uniform because he looked cool as a mug in the uniform. I'm not gonna. He looked cool in the episode he was in. I wanted to see it again. Then I'm like, come on, bro. So what was the point of taking a mask and stuff if he wasn't gonna walk in there?
Hey, he probably changed his mind. He changed his mind at the last minute, and it made more of a story because they already knew each other, and it was better writing because you're already used to seeing somebody do something like you explained. Oh, he comes in his outfit and he slowly takes it off, and then you reveal
it and come in and slowly put the mask on and then go to work. All right.
But if you already see him in the outfit, you already know what's about to happen.
Right, but if you see the outfit and then see the face, I'm like, oh my God. And like, yeah, and then you could have a similar conversation, like, man, we had to connect, this and that. Then you put the mask on, and then you go to work. All right, not that big of a deal. It's a small thing.
No, you're making a big deal because it's a small thing. The way they did it, I actually like the way they did it. The way you want it, it still results in the same thing.
My point exactly. So show me people.
You just want it. You just want the outfit.
Kicking ass.
I got it. I like the way they did it. I liked it.
All right,
I think it made it even better.
I also like the fact that they show that nobody could really beat them. Like Pat is really no match for him. I like how they showed that.
No,
But they still had a possible way for Sportsmaster to get beaten, which is his son sneak attacking on them with a drill, and they get him and they run up out of it. All right. And Tigress, as I'm realizing, like as I'm watching the show, right, and I'm like, how is Stargirl keeping up with this fight doing all? I'm like, the staff is really doing all the work for her.
yeah,
Like, so anybody has a problem with her being able to fight, it's the staff. Like literally, the staff is swinging her arms, standing there. She's doing and she's flipping. The staff is swinging her around, and all. The staff is working. She ain't doing nothing. I mean, yeah, she's doing the kicks and stuff. She's smart enough to grab one and kick and stuff, but the staff is doing all the work. Staff is anticipating punches, dodging you. The staff is doing it all. Great job, staff. Jeez, I wish I had that staff. Fire right now.
that dang stupid staff got mind of its own, which almost got itself killed with icicle, like the episode before, or two episodes before when it wanted to go out on its own.
Everybody's got to learn from something, okay? Even the staff.
The staff already has life experience. It was a superhero before she ever killed.
Hey, you got to remember one thing. Everybody, and apparently this staff has some personality. Every personality can be triggered to doing something they wouldn't normally do, okay? Nobody, and I mean nobody, ever thinks clearly 1,000% of the time. It's always a fraction.
I don't need you to think 1,000. I only need you to think 100%.
No, nobody does that either. Okay, nobody thinks rationally 100% of the time.
Yeah,
You surround yourself with smarter people than you. So when you're not thinking rationally, another person who's not as emotional at that particular time can help draw you back. All right.
There you.
That's what Pat.
Advice of the day. That's our best advice of the day, people. Free advice right there.
It is. I was just watching The Boys, and they said that. Yeah, I'm watching. Sheesh, The Boys got my attention. We'll get back to that a little later. Daniel, all right. Your favorite person of the episode? Favorite?
Pat. Shoot, are you kidding me?
Yeah, right.
He's the one, the most rational person bringing everybody together. He's the only one who is like this needs to happen. It needs to happen like this. We need to do this. Like, come on, people, work with me.
Pat is the man. Pat is my favorite person. Y'all let us know down below who y'all favorite character of the episode was. But for me, it's been like this for the last few weeks. It's been Pat. That's why I say you should call this. Instead of this episode being called Stars and Stripe, might want to just call the whole series Stargirl and Stripe. Because without Pat, everybody would be dead right now. Right now. They will all be the JSA, but younger, just dead. Just younger. Dead. Younger. They still, same way, they still all be dead. That's exactly what Pat is saving everybody. He's thinking rationally. But they're about to look, they just lost him though. They just lost him. So
we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with that.
Nothing good. Ain't nothing good. Nothing good at all. So Daniel, we both agree that Pat was the best. Who was your worst character in this episode?
Oh, the worst character was easily the principal. I don't know what she was thinking. I can't. She does the violin and everything. I cannot remember her name for the show. I think it's Anya. And it
was like the
fiddler.
The fiddler. Yeah.
But the principal. But basically the principal. She was terrible. I don't know why you would insult Sportsmaster and Tigress like that whatsoever. Like you sat there and called them psychopaths, knowing they're sociopaths, and you're going to insult them, and they got weapons. They're straight up, they're killers. Like, what would stop them from killing you? And they did it. And she didn't seem like she played a big role anyway. So for them to kill her off from the show was no big deal. But yeah, she was the worst character for that particular episode that comes to mind for me. Everybody else did what they normally do, and it wasn't like they didn't go too far off beat. But what she did was just stupid. I was just like, really? Why would you not do that? Then now you're dead. Now you're dead. But who was yours? Who was your worst character?
That is tough. That is really tough. I might have to go with her just because I don't think anybody else did anything dumb or stupid.
Nobody did anything out of character.
I don't think she did anything dumb. I don't even think she did anything out of character either. Because you got to remember, these villains, yeah, we were looking at them as villains, but honestly, I feel just like when Dr. Midnight was reading off all the lists where they were trying to change people's minds. Like, and Iron Man, like, are we on the right side here? Like, it's got to be more. Because all this sounds amazing. In the discrimination, universal health care, wages, this all sounds like what we should want in America. Why are we trying to stop this? Then they had to dig real deep and find out that about 25 million people are going to die. You know what I'm saying? Which actually, if you can stop all of that, I mean, it's not a really good thing to say, but that's out of 100 million, you lose 25%. I mean, that's an acceptable number if you're looking at the big scale of things.
No, it's not.
Killing 25 million people is bad. I'm not denying that. I'm not saying I would do it. What I'm just saying, if you look at it strictly numbers wise, you're like, that's an acceptable law. Like when people decide to go to war, they're like, man, we could possibly lose 100,000 troops out of 700,000. They're like, that's an acceptable number. We can do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not necessarily. I'm not saying that it's the right thing. I'm just saying that's how big picture people think of it, who don't have to put themselves on the line. That's what I'm saying.
When they were saying that whole thing, all I kept thinking about was the fact that you're about to be mind controlled by somebody, which means you're probably not going to have a large portion of your free thought and free will is no longer going to be, it's not going to be yours. You're not going to have free will anymore. You're not going to have the ability to make any kind of decision you want because there's probably going to be something in your mind that's stopping you from doing that particular thing. You're just going to be walking, you're going to be living, walking zombies, man. Forget that. Oh, crap.
I don't think it will necessarily be zombies, though. I think they just have a change of thought. Like, for instance, I like, you know, we have back and forth, but I'm trying to change your mind and make you see my point of view.
Right.
What they're doing, they're just doing it without.
They're permanently going to have their view.
Yeah, but you're not a zombie. It's not like you're walking around, I can only do this. And it's not like a bunch of robots. You still have freedom of thought, stuff like that. And you can go live your life and love who you love and all of that stuff. You're just going to have principles like you believe in universal health care. You believe in discrimination or racism. You believe in fair wages and for equal pay. You believe in all the good stuff. It's just, I'm making you believe it now. You're not choosing to believe it. Not a zombie. So I might be on this side. Shit. Oh gosh. Oh. Ooh, Daniel.
Siding with the villains. It's not the first time. Not the first time a person sides with the villain. The problem is, problem for me is I'm not getting all the information. So maybe if I get more information of how it actually works, like I understand, like that's the key. Like I need to know more information. Like you always say, I need more information before I make a decision and everything. So I need more information. Right now, it's a no. First of all, you're killing 25 million people.
Out of 100 million.
Second of all, you're about to do something without my permission. That's a no.
That's the government. That's the government.
No. Government isn't doing. I can still do whatever I want, as long as I don't break certain rules and laws and everything.
Brother, you can't go outside without a mask.
I'm fine with that.
Okay, yeah,
there's a disease going. There's a virus that's going around killing people. Getting you sick.
I'm just saying, they did that without your. They literally done things without your permission several times
for the better well-being.
Yeah, this is for the better well-being.
No, it's not. We don't know, but nothing's wrong with what society has now. But they're making a change, saying
what?
What's wrong now?
Racism, sexism, I can't think of the ism that's when you're gay. And I can't think of it.
What?
When people don't like gay people, I can't think of that. It's not sexism. Either way, it's wrong. It's bad. The way the healthcare system is set up for you to pretty much go broke if you get sick, and you gotta go broke to make sure you don't go broke. It's stupid. Can't go to any hospital. It's a lot of things wrong. It's a lot. Police killing blacks. It's a lot of things going wrong. It's a lot to change, brother. Okay.
I'm not going to argue with you there, but you are siding with the villains.
I know.
We're going to make it real clear right now. You're siding with the villains.
And you know what? I think they may be right. I think they may be right on this. You 100 million people, 25 million to die for the greater good of all of this? Yep. Yep.
Okay, how about we go about it a different way instead of you completely going and hitting everybody with the brain thing at once and everything? How about you just go on a person by person basis first? Let's do that.
Hasn't worked since the country's been founded, brother.
I don't like you going. I don't want you going in my head and everybody else's head at the same time.
Yeah, Daniel. How long have you been alive? Just how long have you personally been alive? We have to give your age out, but it's been over 30 years. Has it worked yet?
It hasn't not been bad. So,
brother, I just explained all the bad stuff, and yet you have yet. Well, it's not working. It's time to move on. I'm with the Injustice Society on this one. It gotta happen. It gotta happen. It's gotta happen. It's gotta happen. Some people.
This is officially the birth of a villain. You have read their manifesto, and you're.
I'm down.
Part of it.
Yeah, I'm down with it.
You're down with it.
Sign me up, man. All right, so Daniel, what was your? Oh gosh! All right,
I don't know if I want to continue this.
I forgot what.
We're on different sides. We're on different sides of the street, but I don't think I want to continue anymore.
I mean, I can get you come over. All I gotta do is turn on the
machine. Oh no! Stay over there.
There. This is where the machine's at. I'm gonna turn this
nice over here. Nice over here.
It is.
Society has made it this far without one person trying to brainwash everybody.
Very well.
We've done pretty good.
That's fine. We see what happens when you say that when you get pulled over by a cop. Like, oh,
I've been pulled over all my life by cops. What you talking about?
And it is scary every time. But neither here nor there. Daniel, what was your favorite part of the episode?
What?
Favorite part of the episode?
The fight scenes. Straight up fight scenes. That's the kind of guy I am. The fight scenes were the favorite part. All the action, the Tigress fight scene, the action was there. That was awesome. I loved it. That was it. Yeah.
For me, I didn't really have a favorite part. I just think that, first of all, Pat might be the Flash because he seems to be in back-to-back scenes where they're nowhere near each other and solving everybody's problem. Like he might be the Flash and Reed Richards mixed into one, like, but not as good as Reed Richards and not as fast as the Flash, because he's everywhere solving everything in like back-to-back sequences. So I don't know how he's doing it. I don't care if they're all in the same house. He can just go up. That boy's fast. But I don't really have a favorite part. Actually, you know what? I do. My favorite part is when they were really coming. When Dr. Midnight supposedly hacked into the Justice Society system, and
yeah,
the manifesto, and then they was like, that all sounds good. We got to go a little more. Universal health care. I was like, okay. That's what, at that point, I was like, is this wrong? Are we sure we're doing the right thing by stopping all of them?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And then they like, yeah, it's a catch, all this could do work, but it'll kill about 25%. And then that's when the actual hack, I can't think of his name, because he's only been he's only been in like one episode. He came in like, yeah, it's only going to 25 million, give or take a million. I'm like, okay, so it could be 24 million. That's even worse. That's even better than you thought. It could be 26 million, but hey, you still got a good 74 million people. doing the right thing. Yeah, I'm fine with that. So that was my favorite part, though. Yeah, that.
Oh, you're right. And that I thought was funny too was when she was like, we got 25 minutes to stop them before they get started, before the countdown begins.
No, you got 30 minutes till it's about to be over.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, this is like some what's it called, Watchmen type thing.
Yeah, we're not waiting around.
Yeah, we're not.
Bump all access. You got to go. It's popping now. We're not gonna wait around and give some speech and let you know nah. It's already started. We're good. We're ready to go. I like this. I really do. I think there's gonna be some setup though, like either brainwave. Like I know Icicle wants all of this. He's doing this so he can everybody that, and I think Brainwave may be on the same path. But I'm not sure about the Dragon King because they didn't really explain his reasoning for helping the Injustice side. Like everybody else.
But he built it.
Huh?
He built the whole machine.
I'm not saying I know what his purpose is because he needs to build a machine. It's like I know Brainwave purpose is because he needs his powers. What I'm saying is Brainwave had a reason to use his power like that. He started getting in people's mind and realized in his mind how evil they were, how they would think all this nasty and all that other stuff. Icicle, had his wife die and like wanted to build a better society. There are reasons why they're doing it. We have yet to find out Dragon King's reason why he was once a war crime criminal to helping out the Injustice Society change all their minds.
Oh, what's his ulterior motive?
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like everybody else had a reason too, and the people who don't are either dead. We don't know the magicians, but he was dead. The filler, don't worry, she's dead. Sportsmaster and Tigers, I think they're just muscle anyway. He's like, hey, man, I can get you in some fights. Oh, bet we want to fight, baby. Woo!
Yeah, that's all they care about. They're
Actually, I don't know the gamblers one either, but I think he got the gambler under control. I will only be worried about is the Dragon King. Because I don't know his motives for why he's doing it. I know he's helping, and I don't know how the machine works myself personally. So he could be setting something else up. That would be my concern.
This is true, because he is that type of guy. It's been pointing in that direction. He's that type of guy. Yeah. So yeah, you're right about that. We'll see. Yeah.
All right. Daniel, this is gonna be a hard question. It's gonna be real hard. Real difficult question for you. But what is your worst part of the episode?
It ending, I guess. No. It still goes the same part. The same part. I guess when the filler interacted with them, that was probably still any part with her in there. Because I didn't even I guess they wanted to bring it emotional, I guess, to bring her in there with her talking to her son, and then her dying. I guess I don't know if that was the worst part, but that was just the slow part for me. It was just like, okay. But it really wasn't the worst part for me. Like everything else was there, and I saw the reasoning behind it, but yeah, I guess that was probably closest to the worst. But it still kept the same energy and everything, and kept pace with how the show was going. Except when she talked to her son, that was just out the blue. Like they just threw that in there, like you've met her son before, and like he was a forgotten character. Like, nah, he ain't a forgotten character. What the heck is he even doing here? And what's she even doing here?
All right, yeah. My worst part was when Pat's son tried to use the staff and it didn't work, and then he was giving out everybody's missions. Like, you're going here, you're going that tunnel, and then he told his son, "You have the most important mission of all: watch the dog." And then he's like, "You know what? I'm gonna get excited about this. This is a good mission." I was like, "You know what? I'm done here." They're just kind of brushing over your anger in the show, so you can just get over it, so we ain't got to worry about it later. Because you have a legit reason to be angry. You make really valid points, kind of just brushing over and making you accept it, kind of out of nowhere. That's the only thing I'm like, let's
I didn't see any purpose. He has no role yet. Like, where would you even put him?
I'm not saying what he did was wrong. What I'm saying is that, for instance, he was just angry about how his father, like him and his father and Courtney are getting closer, and his dad's getting further away from him. And then you can see that he wants to be a part of the Injustice Society, right? And then nobody really just seemed to. I mean, Courtney just kind of said, "Yeah, that'd be cool." He said maybe I can one day build something like my dad and join the society. He's like, "Yeah, that'd be cool," and all that wild stuff. And then when it came to the mission, he just seemed to get over himself. Like Pat did the right thing by not putting him in the field. He did the right thing. What I'm saying is this should have been like some little conversation, couple minutes where he's like, look, the reason why you're not going on the field is because this and this and this. And that's why I can't hang you out there because I care about you and I want nothing to hurt you. You have nothing to protect yourself. And then, he kind of realized, and then it kind of leads him to a path of trying to be better so he can be part of it. He just kind of seemed to accept it out of nowhere. That's the problem I had with it.
Boom. We just figured out a way of how you saying that just helped me figure out a way how to fix the writing of this episode. Your way, if you added that in there and took out the part where the principal was talking to her son, that would have made more sense. The episode would have been way better right there. Like her part where she's talking to her son, just grab that, throw that out. Completely useless. Don't even need that. And then put the part in there where he takes his son, takes Mike to the side a little bit and be like, look here, Mike. Not saying that you, in this situation, you're not ready. You can't provide any help or support for anybody. Plus, I love you. You're my son. I don't want you in danger. Stay off to the side. That would have been perfect. There we go. We fixed the episode. Now it's a perfect episode.
Now they can't use my idea without talking to him, paying me first. Bump that. We gotta give it out all this fire. All of a sudden I see it on shows. So I'm tired of that. You want my stuff? Pay me. Pay me. Daniel, what you rating the episode?
With the changes I just made, it's a 10 out of 10.
Without the changes.
Oh, without the changes, it's like it's like a 8.9, maybe an 8.9.
8 that's a 10. I mean that's a 9. That's a 9.
Where's your math at?
I'm sorry, I messed up. Because you said 8.9, I just registered 9 and I went to 10. It's a 9. It's a 9. You just you
8.9.
You might as well just make it a freaking 9.
No, it's 8.9.
It's okay. Episode for me is a good solid 8. It's an 8. To be the second to last episode, I'm expecting real build up. I'm like, yo, I can't wait to see what happens in this episode because the next episode is going to be amazing. And I was like, oh, they just kind of said, you know what it feels like? Game of Thrones, right before the big war, the episode before the hour-and-a-half episode when they were fighting with a big fight with the army, fighting the dead and all that in the last season, where everybody's just kind of setting up like, man, I would do this, and everybody just kind of getting together and just talking. This is what this episode felt like. I'm like, okay, I understand why it's happening. It's the calm before the storm. But I want the storm, baby. Let's go.
But it wasn't no calm. They had action in there. They had the build up. Mike finally knows the truth. They gave you even more. They continue to give you more for the storyline.
Every episode, every series does it. If there's like a really big fight that you know is coming, and y'all been building up to it like the whole season, then there's usually an episode of Calm Before the Storm where everybody's like trying to say their maybe last goodbyes or just trying to get them out. It's almost
none of that happened in this one though. None of that happened.
The whole cabin scene. When we were in the cabin, Mike and Stargirl, they had their little moment together. They had a breakout moment. Pat and what's the dude? Our Man's son. He's like, he came to calm down through the joint, help him solve out there. It's not exactly like everybody, but it's literally their calm before the storm.
It was no calm. They were building up to get to the fight.
Pat and his wife, they're like, man, if I would have knew the truth about Blue Valley, I would have never did this to you guys. I would literally. It might not have been the whole episode, but it was a big moment, big scenes in there where we just calm before the storm. Okay, brother.
It wasn't. It was a minor moment, and then it was action, it was character development, it was pushing the storyline.
Midnight. Oh my! It was a calm before the storm.
It wasn't a calm before the storm. They went into the storm.
They didn't go to the storm. First of all, they had very minor fight scenes. Okay, that's kind of it's not some big action fight scene, but it was very
no fight scenes in the thing you brought up Game of Thrones the episode before where they had no fight scenes. It was just all the characters talking.
It's their all right, fine. Let me break it down. It's their version of the calm before the storm. That makes you feel any better about it?
It wasn't. No, it doesn't because it wasn't.
It was.
It wasn't that kind of episode.
You know what? Fine. You don't believe me? Let's just turn on the machine so you can come to my side before it's out. All right. Turn on the machine. I'm with the Injustice Society on this one. Let's get.
They were building up everything. They were still. Rick was still breaking in, figuring out his dad's formula. They were still doing everything they can to figure it out. Huh?
You solve it?
Yeah, he solved it.
Okay. Calm before the storm.
It was no calm.
When Wildcat was talking to Dr. Midnight, while they were talking, like, are you okay? Are you over there thinking about I forgot Brainwave's son's name. And she's like, no, because nothing I can do about it right now. She walked off, said a lot of
she's been sad the whole series. She's been quiet and sad the whole series. Leave me alone. I'm sad. I'm angry. Oh. She's been one extreme emotion every time. That's how Wildcat is.
It's still the calm before the storm. Nobody's really doing anything.
They were all doing something. That's the thing. They were all.
The only person was doing anything was Owlman trying to figure out the equation. Nobody else was doing nothing.
Yes, they were. Stargirl was out there patrolling because she didn't know if somebody was about to come and attack. What's the name? Beth was
of course you want to ask somebody to patrol. That's not a big thing. You know they weren't coming because you know they were all under the tunnels because you know they're getting ready to do something big. All right, it's the calm before the storm, brother. The calm before the storm. But we're not going to keep going back and forth with this. You gave it an 8.9, which is really a 10, but I mean really a 9. I know I keep messing that up.
There you go. 8.8 then.
I gave it like an 8. I'm just giving it an 8.
She was giving it a 9.
Only because the fight scene was good. So she got even lower than I do. All right, but before we get up out of here, man, because that's all our time the next time, Daniel, we have a new trailer that came out today. Well, not today, yesterday. We're going to look at it today. It's The Boys. I'm setting it up now, y'all, everybody. So
The Boys final trailer?
Yes.
We got like a month left or a couple of weeks.
I think it's like August 4th.
What?
August. No, I'm sorry, September.
September. No, the New Mutants comes out August 28th. Which we'll see, which probably won't come out, but we'll see how New Mutants works its way into theaters. We'll see how
they're gonna put Mulan on Disney Plus for
$29.99.
$30. Sheesh.
Who the hell is paying? So is it that you have to have Disney? You have to get Disney Plus and then pay for it on Disney Plus?
Yeah.
You gotta do two things?
I already got Disney Plus, so that's first thing's already taken care of.
For the people who don't have it, you gotta pay for it still.
I mean, I'm renting out mine. If y'all really want to go.
It ain't no rent. It ain't written if you still got to pay for it after written it.
No, I'm talking about I'm renting out my username and passcode.
Yeah, but you still have to, even after we rent it from you, they would have to rent
you know what? I will already have Mulan ready for you to go if you rent it. If you rent my thing for a month for $25. Saving $5. You're saving much more than $5. Are y'all already do this?
You said you gotta get it for a month for $25. You out
$25 you'll have it for a month, and if next month you don't want to do it, that's fine because the passcode will change and you won't have it. You won't have it. All right. So here we go, Dan. You about ready to do this?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All righty then, guys. We're about to watch. Oh, I'm sorry, I hit the wrong thing. We're gonna go ahead and watch this right now. Here we go, Daniel. It's coming. Amazon Prime.
I'm here.
Butcher, what happened? She's alive.
Homelander.
And right now, we're in a little bit of trouble.
Oh,
when they scream, it is some real fear happening.
Listen.
Starlight looking sexy.
Looking good.
We're the most wanted lads in the country.
Homelander is a straight criminal.
Yeah.
We got soup terrorists. We got no superheroes.
New powers.
Hi, I'm Stormfront. I'm the new girl.
Oh my God.
So what's your big plan? We'll take them vote. There we go.
I can't take down Vought.
We're in. Of course we're in.
We blow it up in the air.
More super terrorists will come. For all we know, these maniacs could be waiting for their chance.
Homelander is pissed. Like I said all this talk, and she taking the glory for it?
Who the fuck are you?
Oh, he's angry.
Really? How?
We are in a war, but we can fight back with an army of supermen, millions strong. Now don't be a pussy. Laser my fucking tits.
Oh, she is X-rated.
Like it.
She's got
This whole
all
series saturated.
We got stuff to do.
We need more soup.
Need more soup.
Shit.
That looks dangerous.
You just kill everyone. That's exactly what we're gonna do.
People down left and right.
Dang, they up the ante.
Cool. Totally. 1, 2, 3, hit it!
That rocket launcher with rock with grenades on it.
Oh my God.
We just need to keep our
I remember this clip. It
a
said,
little bit longer.
Ugh. Ugh.
You guys go ahead. I'm good.
oh,
All right. Hands in the air. Like you just don't care. Kill.
oh yeah. Woo. Go ahead, say I'm calling out right now on that day. Calling out that right now on that day, everybody.
It's one of those good news, bad news situations. The good news is it comes back September 4th. The bad news is they're not dropping the whole season like they did last year. So you gotta go week by week like it's HBO or something, which is smart. This is genius. I love it. It gives us a chance to review each episode one by
I don't
one.
care about that, dang. I want to watch it all at once. I'm a fan first.
Yeah, you got the Netflix has gotten all Netflix effect is all over you.
Brother. They did it first. They the originals. They know what they're doing.
Netflix effect is affecting you right now.
As it should. Everybody should be like Netflix.
I know they should.
Be like them. Okay?
The Boys was it looks a lot more violent. It looks like they're gonna kill somebody every episode. Stormfront looked like she was born to be with the boys. She just meshing in real easily. So it's
gonna be
gonna be like that.
I can't wait. September 4th. I'm about to go put some leave in now. I don't know if I really got any. I just kind of started, but I'm gonna try. I'm shoot my shot, baby.
Those first 3 episodes ought to be amazing. Like you're gonna get fully hooked.
No good. Oh, I can't wait. Woo, sheesh.
Yeah, that trailer just made me impatient. So
I don't know what patience is. I don't know the meaning of the word. I'm trying to watch that junk now. I'm about to see. I call up some people. Like, look, man, get us in. Let us see it now, so we got a review up as soon as it goes out. Help us up.
You want to increase your subscribers and everything. Netflix. I mean, not Netflix. Amazon. Since Amazon wants to increase their subscribers, that's definitely a way to do it right there. Week by week episode. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait. Like the boys, they look like they're going to be doing a lot of screaming and running on this season because people are after them for real.
All right, so Sheena said, "Oh my gosh, she can't wait for this. We know what you're talking about. We know what you're talking about." But that is all our time. The next time, everybody. Y'all be cool out there. I'm sorry, I'm going to say that. All right, hold on. I'm reading one more comment from Sheena Wright. All right. Whew. Right. She said, right. My mom was like, oh shit, that's my baby girl. I was cracking up at her reaction. Yeah, this track, this had a lot. This had a lot. I can't wait. I'm stuck, dang. Anyway, move right along.
Done. We're done. We're gone.
We are done.
You guys. Yeah, see you next time.
All right, look, man, that's all our time. The next time, make sure y'all follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We always dropping fire. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button if y'all ain't with us. It's live stream. We're trying to go live once a week. It's happening. We're going to get better at it. As y'all clearly see, Daniel, will you be doing Doom Patrol this week?
No.
I think it is. You might have to wait till the season finishes. By this time, we might as well just wait till the season finishes. Give me a chance.
Yeah, we are.
Also, we got something new coming up, everybody. After the show's in, we got a meme episode coming up. We got all the superhero memes we can find, well, a lot of them. We're gonna put them up. That's gonna be a fire episode, Dan. You ready for that?
I'm ready. I don't know if the people are ready.
I'm ready. Get your memes ready, people. If y'all got some, send it to us now. But again, that's all our time. Next time we out, everybody, make sure y'all stay cool, y'all stay clean out there. Make sure you know that Real Comic Book Talk merchandise will not be available anytime soon. I'm a jerk. Woo! Injustice Society has always been right. All right, Dave, before I go, I'm going to give you anything before you go?
Bye, people. Keep watching superhero show. Keep supporting superhero shows. Support your local comic book store and keep on watching all this stuff so that we can get new episodes. If you haven't watched Umbrella Academy, get started on Umbrella Academy. Watch it. I know the season was a little slower, but still watch it. We need them to renew for a third season because how it ended at third season and what happens in the comics is going to be amazing. We got to keep it going. Watch all the other superhero shows. Stay tuned. Watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. tonight. It's the second to last episode.
Oh, yes!
Big build up. Don't forget to check that out.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. episode. Oh, my gosh. I'm watching that tonight. My kids going to stay up for that one. All right, everybody. Look, that's all we got till next time. Before I go, I'm going to drop a few bars.